Hi friends, this is Jackie Williams, and today I want to share with you another fun project using the Happiest of Days stamp set. And this time, today, we're going to make a set of 3 quick note cards, perfect for including with a gift for a birthday or a wedding or any other occasion, of course. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to be using the Stampin' Up! Note cards and envelopes as our foundations. Now these are a great purchase. You get 20 in a pack, 20 pre-scored thick white note cards and 20 envelopes. And they are 3.5 inches by 5-inch size. And I think they are about $14. So they just a really easy way to have a quick project. So let's get started with our first project. We are going to use the rose stamp from the set, so this one here. And I have die cut that with the stitched shapes. Now this is a great die set. It comes with squares in varying sizes, circles, and ovals, all in varying sizes. So you get quite a lot in the one set, plus it's got that cute little stitching detail. So first of all, let's adhere our Whisper White panel to our Berry Burst. Let's just grab my fast fuse. Now I've already stamped it just for speed during the video using that Happiest of Days, which is suitable for graduations or birthdays or weddings or any sort of congratulations. And then I'm just using a little 1 1/4 inch strip of the Fresh Florals Designer Series paper. We'll put that about right there. And then before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and put the Old Olive 1/8 inch thin ribbon on. Let me grab my ribbon. So how I like to do this is I could put it there. I think I will just leave it down here at the bottom. Just using a bit of our tape, just adhere that around the back. Like so. Whoops. There we go. And then let's go ahead and put our rose on. But first I'm going to color the rose up. So I'm using a combination of the watercolor pencils and the markers. So what I found with this rose is to use the watercolor pencil to just kind of lay down a base of color. And then to add some detail to it, I'm just going to use the Berry Burst. Actually, I think this is Berry Burst. The pencil, sorry, is Rich Razzleberry, which is a similar-ish color. But it is nice to not have it all maybe the exact same shade, to have that little bit of contrast in there. So I'm just adding, you can see I'm not being very careful or perfect with it because I'm going to go back over it with the blender pen and just kind of bleed out those colors. You could also do this with the Stampin' Blends markers. I just wanted to show you a little different way. Okay, like so. And then let's just color in that leaf quickly using the pencil and the blender pen. And then last thing, this Smoky Slate pencil is really useful just for adding that little bit of shadow or just a little bit of something that it's sitting on so it's not just floating in midair. So we'll go ahead and put that on with dimensionals. We'll put that about there. And I'm going to add a bit of Wink of Stella, which is a great way to just add a bit of something without too much. And then we'll just add a little bow. So I'm using a separate piece. And again, I've been a bit generous with this, but that's all right. And I want my bow to either sit straight, right and left. Yeah, like that. And I like that it kind of comes over into the rose a little bit, like so. Okay, and then the very last thing is we'll use a couple of the black jewels. Now, these are being discontinued the end of December, so if you want to use something current, you can, you could maybe use your Stampin' Blends and color up a couple of pearls or rhinestones. And then the last thing is just to add this to our actual note card base. Okay, I won't add that on. I'll just show you the finished one again. So then you open it up and you have a little rose there and a little rose on the envelope as well. Okay, next project. Now we're going to use the cake image out of the stamp set. So again, I've already stamped the white panel, and I've cut now an oval and stamped the cake. And we've got our envelope. So with the panel, let's go ahead and adhere it onto our, now this time we're using Fresh Fig. I thought it was nice to have these note cards all coordinating colors, but not all exactly the same. So you could give them as a set or just use them yourself. And again, we're using a 1 1/4 inch strip of the Fresh Fig Designer Series paper. And let's add our ribbon before we add that. And we'll do our ribbon the exact same way, but this time we're using the Whisper White, or there's also the new Whisper White Organdy, or Organza, I think it's called, in the 2017 Occasions catalog. Okay. Once that's on, then let's go ahead and we'll put this on before we do the bow, because then we know where the bow needs to be positioned. Now for the coloring of this one, we're not going to put on very much color. Let's see. We're just going to use the rich razzleberry pencil again, but this time just actually fairly lightly and just on one side. So we use that blender pen again, just making sure there's no other color on there. And just bringing it, spreading the color over, like so. And then we'll use the gray pencil again. And just add a bit of shading underneath the cake. And then I did use the Sweet Sugar Plum pen and just colored in those candles and the Daffodil Delight and just colored in the flames. So just a small detail, but just adds a bit more to it. And then we will go ahead and adhere this onto the card front. Something like so. Now this time with the ribbon, I like the ribbon, or the bow, I should say, to be facing the cake. So we'll see if I can do that. So you want to tie your, I find it helpful to have it so it's sitting the way I want it to face. Maybe. You can always glue dot it and make it do what you want. But something like that. You get the gist anyway, so like so. And then I'm using a little rose. Now I stamped that from this image, the Birthday Wishes, on a scrap, colored that in, and then cut it out. I'm just looking for my glue. So that we'll just use a dot of glue, or you could use an actual glue dot. That was a bit much. So then that will sit something like so. And then I'm using the Pink Pirouette Stampin' Blends marker and some pearls. I'm just going to color up a pearl. I liked this color. I liked that it was a bit lighter than the rest of it, so it stood out a bit more. And we'll put that about there on our project. And then you could add some Wink of Stella to that rose as well. Oops, it's not quite dry yet. Also, you could add some glitter to the flames or some wink of Stella. And then that will just get adhered to our card front. So we'll pull back the finished one again. So you've got I've got glitter on this one. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe not that well. And then I've just stamped the cake inside again, and then the cake on the envelope. Okay, and then our last little note card. This time we're using the color powder pink. And we're gonna put this card landscape. So I've already stamped the Oh Happy Day, and we have the gifts this time. And find some scissors. I'm just gonna flag the ends of these two strips of powder pink. So you're gonna cut up the middle and then cut from one corner up to where you've cut. And let's see, I'll put the solid pink pirouette one on first. We'll put that about there. None of these are real exact, so you can just kind of eyeball it, and you just kind of have to work around those words that are already put on there. And we can go ahead and adhere this down. Now then, the gifts, I just used the pink pirouette and the powder pink markers and just added some color. Again, they don't have to be super perfect or exact. Let's try that one. But just to add a bit of color so that it coordinates in with the project. And then you can add some wink of Stella, either over the bits you've colored or over the bits you haven't colored. That's up to you, or over the whole thing, whatever you'd like. And then that will go up on dimensionals again. I didn't say, but I've obviously used the stitched shapes now, this time the circle. So we've used all three, the circle, the square, and the oval. So you can see it's quite a versatile. Actually, before I put that on, I need to add the sequins. So on this sample, I've used sequins because I don't have any of the gold ribbon. But you could use, and you may have in your pack, gold ribbon, because I actually think it'd be nice to have the ribbon going throughout all the projects, but this will work absolutely fine as well. So up to you. So I've just laid down a thin line of Tombow glue, and then we'll just cut. I don't know if those scissors will cut this. Cut the sequins like so. And then we'll go ahead and put those gifts about there. And don't forget to add your little bit of gray shadowing underneath. Blend that out. And then we're going to also use one of the gold faceted gems. I might have put that a bit far over. So ideally maybe scoot that over, or maybe I'll just put it like, I'll just have it sort of hanging off the side a little bit. That's okay. And I think that's everything on that one. So we'll pull back the finished one. So you've got the gifts and the gifts inside, and then your stamped envelope as well. So you see how quickly those come together, and it is really nice to have some note cards on hand for a quick birthday or to throw in with a little present. And then this one is not in your kit, but I just wanted to show you because this was one of the ones I, as I was designing and playing around with. So this one's using peach, Peekaboo Peach, sorry, and then that birthday wishes stamp that we just used the rose out of for this particular project, and then some of the new embossing folders and ribbon. So another very simple design that could be incorporated in. So thanks for watching. Hopefully that's given you some inspiration for some fast, easy, and quick little birthday gift cards. Thanks for watching. This is Jackie. Bye.